Greetings, Rusty McKee here with our next episode in the Academy Let's Play, and potentially the last episode. We'll see how the war in space goes. I've added a few extra mines in Jupiter, the 4 Galilean moons, however you would say that. They're very good, and I mean I'm producing tons of resources just using the asteroids. I probably could afford to remove a few of them, but I figured I'd grab a few of the best ones in Jupiter as well. I certainly have the mission control capacity for it, and as I research the space science tech, I can put more and more mines up. So, in space, well, we are staring at each other in Patroclus, the Trojan asteroid. We are about to fully clear Saturn once these guys arrive in March, and then I'll be kicking them out of more places like the remaining 2 gas giants, as well as possibly lighthouses too. And to facilitate that, I'm going to build, not Titans, that's kind of expensive. I'm going to build a bunch of more provosts, mostly lasers. Mostly lasers because I shouldn't need as many coils. Let's do a 2-to-1 ratio. Oops. Coil. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And do I already have one waiting? Looks like no. Okay. Okay. And if I do have run into issues with mission control, I can always dismantle some of my planetary defense fleets. Honestly, if I lost Mars now, I wouldn't even care. I could just replace them by building mines in Jupiter. I might care about losing that much fissiles, but realistically, no, it's not a big deal. So I'm not going to bother tossing them unless I'm like desperate for mission control. But that's definitely an option once you get to this point in the game. And I've got a couple of task force that I can use to defend myself, and now that they're going to be sending things in from as far out as Saturn or even farther than that, it's going to be easy to catch them. In fact, Mercury is on average the closest to everybody. Check 1 second. Okay, they're sending things to Patina. They're attacking Callisto. Attacking Earth. Okay. So leave those there for sure. You guys, on the other hand, I could easily send back to Mercury so that a future attack, I have an easy way to reach it. 14 weeks. Let's do that. Are we building an Earth? space docks. Yes. Okay. Meanwhile, on Earth, we control the entire world. And I'll mostly just be showing when I merge, like the United Arab League into Africa, when I merge Indonesia into Thailand, and then Thailand into China. I'll just be aware, like I'm pushing environment because I'm trying to fix the environment. I'm going to be making these countries a nice place to live by improving their GDP and government score and all that. But I'll be getting more mission control from these countries as they grow, because the more knowledge you have, the more GDP per capita you have, the more mission control you can squeeze into each region. So these ones are only 1s and 2s. A lot of European regions can have a lot more than that. Oh yes, and I was going to do one more thing. So I will show it in a second, but I'm going to be ceding some of the European Union's territory over to the United States. And I'll explain that in just a second after I run it. But the purpose behind that is to try and adjust our cohesion. So our cohesion is a penalty based on geographic population distribution. So the more regions you have, kind of the harder it is. European Union is really spread out. By sending these Caribbean things over to the United States, the geographic distribution will be reduced. So cohesion should be easier to keep cohesion at 5, is the idea. And it is 82 regions right now. It doesn't need that many. I'm also going to give up these ones here to China, probably, because China is quite a bit smaller. Trying to basically make my smaller mega nations like South and North America larger at the expense of the larger ones to help with the cohesion of the larger ones. All right, let's go. Oh, building station, whatever, base. I'll destroy that, no problem. Here we go. The second and final fleet or station on Saturn is, well, their fleet abandoned it. They're not willing to engage. So I'll just run the fight. And easy victory. Well, in response to my destruction of their station in Saturn, they're attacking me. But I think I can win this fight. And victory! I did lose one ship, but I destroyed all but one of their, almost all their ships. So Saturn is pretty well secured now. Just need to bring in the Marines to destroy their mines. And got a few philosophers died, and a bunch more were promoted. So here I'm going to cede territory. So right now I'm losing 4.1. And the U.S., or United States of North America, is losing 3.5. I'm going to cede Greenland and then 3 of the Caribbean islands. So now I'm still at 3.5 for geographic distribution for United States. And, oh, it got worse? Weird. Okay, but I'd rather kind of equalize them, give the population and GDP to the United States. Okay, now I'm going to merge in Indonesia. Indonesia has horrible cohesion from its government, so I can't really fix it easily quickly. I'm probably going to have a ton of breakaways. Let's see how many I get. New Zealand broke off. Polynesian states. Australia, Papua New Guinea. So basically everything, but I do get claims on all of those Oceania places. So the next step is just to bring them back in. I'll try to do it peacefully. We'll see if it works. All right. So I have built a fleet with sufficient delta V to reach the outer gas giants in a timely manner. They have at least 300. Some of them have more because they weigh less. And a mix of some coils, lasers, and then we're bringing along a bunch of research assistants, Marines, to destroy the bases. There's a lot of mines that they've been building because I've been destroying their bases elsewhere. But we're going to hopefully clear Uranus. So Titania is the major moon that has not yet been claimed by the aliens, so that's going to be a safer place to immediately create a docking point. And I'll be building and sending in more, probably a second fleet to support this one. But I assume they'll attack me when I arrive, and I can destroy them and then proceed to blow up their stations and their mines. So that's going to arrive in March next year. And now, oh, 1 second. This is not finished. I'd like to add that. Abort. And now I'm going to build a whole bunch more ships. What's this guy? 392? Yeah, that's good. But probably the Provosts are better just because they're not actually that much cheaper. They are faster to build, though. Laser. So 6 lasers, 3 coils, because you need more lasers and coils, usually. I'll just build 2. I have a couple more research assistants, RAs. Marines being built is to support the destruction of their mines in that area. Okay. And I'll do that on Earth too, just to try to speed things up a bit. And do I have a flagship already waiting? No. Okay. I'll build some Mars too, why not? And I am out of exotics, so I have to get more by destroying their ships. But that'll probably be sufficient fleet power to win the game, finish winning the game. So once that last ship finishes refitting and adding some fuel tanks, I will send off my expeditionary force. I'm already sending another one to like us. They depart soon. That's another outer asteroid. They don't have it very well defended, so easy target. Not very valuable for them, though. Uranus has 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mines built. Neptune shows us 1. Okay. That's done. Join. Okay. Now, let's go to titanium. Okay. Low Earth orbit. Nobody. Yep. Okay. All right. And I'll report back in the next time my fleets or my Earth game does something interesting. Okay, so I have completed the end game final mission project. This will allow us to win the game. So any realistic chance of talking them down requires that we force them. So we can no longer contact alien counselors, no big deal. We have a new org, mission to Hydra. So the way you win is you equip it to a counselor, you send a counselor to the wormhole, and they go in and they negotiate with the aliens.
Everything is in place, Chancellor. Once our fleet arrives at the alien base and our troops secure it, our envoys are prepared to go through.
Okay. So, we are able to communicate better using Verisites, great. And we've told Rudy about our willingness to use a weapon of mass destruction to force them to agree to peace. He obviously doesn't like that, but it's so Humanity First actually creates this bioweapon. Spoiler there. We are apparently just bluffing. We're pretending that we can do it. We just have the theoretical knowledge to do it. After all, Humanity First could do it, and we might let Humanity First go out and use it. So Rudy's going to come along with our diplomats to try and negotiate. Okay. So our envoy team, Rudy, our friendly security guy. We're going to have to send one of our counselors along with some other people. They have to go through the wormhole, so we have to secure the space around it. We need Marines to control our side of the wormhole. And yeah, they're not going to let us go through, obviously. They will hopefully try to communicate because we have Rudy with us. Otherwise, they might shoot us and negotiate a truce. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to bring along an antimatter bomb. Right. So if they don't agree to a truce, we'll blow up the wormhole, which is basically what the Resistance does. They blow the wormhole. So we must have at least 60% of the Earth's population. We have that. We have 100%. And we have to have a fully built surface base with all modules at least tier 3 on Mercury, Earth? Does that mean on the moon? That must mean on the moon. Mars, Ceres, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And boy, yes, we got to make sure no one else, servants, Humanity First, and aliens have tier 3 bases. which is mostly just destroying the alien ships and alien ship fleets. This is not too bad, except for the whole building up. So I'm going to have to build... I guess I'm going to have to build a mine on the moon, it looks like. It's going to be a surface base, so it's got to be the moon. And I don't quite have everything built up on most of these places, too. Alright. So that is the final win conditions we need to complete, as well as winning in space. We're sending an attack fleet here. I will send one to Neptune soon as well, and then we're going to be hitting their Kuiper Belt bases too, with the ships that I'm building. Yes, outer planets, preparing an attack fleet there. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just polish off some of the older attacks I don't need. Okay, so I will continue building up and kind of build up those outposts on the surface bases off screen. Alright, check back in when something interesting happens in space or on Earth. I have my Neptune review board ready. They're going to arrive October this year. Actually, I want high orbit. And Triton is Neptune, Triton is not well defended. There's not much there. This should be plenty. I'm launching my first attack on the Kuiper Belt for their secondary base here, Huracan. It's going to take more than a year, but the sooner I get it out there, the sooner we'll win the game. Here we go. We have arrived in Titania orbit. And I found my platform. Okay, yes. Heavy fusion. Defense. Dock. No, they're not going to attack me. Alright, I'll just wait a little bit and send some reinforcements so I can overwhelm them. So, the aliens have sent yet another assault carrier. It has a nice defense fleet, but not nearly enough to fend off my gigantic missile defense fleet here. So, let's shoot down some alien assault carriers. In auto-resolve, of course. Oh, they want to evade. No. I'll wait till they start landing their army, and then I'll jump them. I don't think they can evade now that I'm going to attack them while they're landing their army in Russia, looks like. Well, European Union now, I think. I think Suva is... Oh, that's Surgut. Where are they trying to land? Oh, That's actually a smart place to land. But it doesn't matter. And now they're forced to fight because I've caught them. And we'll auto-resolve because I have gigantic fleet here. Easy win. Got lots of exotics. Alright, well, Earth is defended. There are a couple more coming next month. They can be defeated as well, though. And here we go. I've got a fleet ready for Chernobog. It'll take over a year to arrive, but once it gets there, should be able to win that fight. And if not, we'll do a lot of damage to them while losing. Back down on Earth, I have finally been able to reunify everything into the Southeast Asian Alliance. Australia's the last one. So now I can unify SEA into Pan-Asian Combine. Stuff will break off, especially because cohesion is really bad. So I'm actually going to wait probably about a year or so before I actually go in and try and unify into China, Mega China, because I don't want to have to deal with a huge number of breakaways again, which I would almost certainly have if I try to integrate now. 100% chance that everything's going to break off if you're down to 0.2 in cohesion. I am attacking their Lycus base, and I'm going to try destroying their station before building my own to try and make my logistics better than theirs instead of being stuck sitting watching them between our two bases. I'll see how it works. They'll take the fight. Great. So I have cleared all the stations, well, all the stations with defense modules in the next planetary system. I will use the Marines to destroy this one in just a minute. And they appear to be sending oh, they left. They were sending a huge fleet to Earth. They have retreated. What are you doing? You were going to Oberon. You're not going to get there until 2046. Little late. A little late. I've already successfully dismantled your presence there. You've got someone coming in May next year, but all but one of your stations has been destroyed, and the last station, well, I blew up all their defense modules, so once my Marines regroup from this assault, they'll destroy that one. Alright, well, I was expecting I needed to maybe defend Earth, but looks like I don't need to defend Earth. I'll just keep trucking along. Next up will be Neptune, I think. Let's see. Is Neptune next? Yeah, later this month I'll be starting my attack on Neptune. So my fleet has arrived in Neptune, and I'm going to smartly attack the station first. I will, since I've caught most of their fleet docked there, destroy the station, destroy most of the fleet, and then build a resupply station here in orbit of Triton. Triton's the only large moon for Neptune. 2 whale guns missing, that's totally fine. And I'm just going to have them go full blast. Ooh, they have a Titan. Yes, alright. Coil guns. Where are my coil guns? Oops. Well, I'm sure my lasers can eventually punch through. Okay, that's entirely mag cannons. Probably fine. Point defense will deal with that. Point defense will deal with that. Big laser. Less plasma. Okay, so I'm going to have them try to kill that cruiser, and then my lasers will just blast everything. The UV phasers are very powerful. They are trying to move out of the way. Got a kill already. Slow down. And we are shooting down all their attacks here. Very chaotic, but all their small ships are gone. I don't think my 2 coil guns are going to break through. I had 2 more that I didn't include in the fight by mistake. So I'm just going to let the phasers hopefully can punch through the armor eventually. 45, that's not that much. 45, 41. That's a lot. 63, yeah. But my 2 coil guns are not getting through. Okay. Let's grab all the lasers. Group 2, Control 2. Let's just yeah. Let's just pick off lighter targets that are doing damage to me with like their plasma. Nope. That's gone. And hopefully my point defense can deal with their huge amounts of ballistics. There. Oh, something got through the cruiser. Let's kill the cruiser, I guess. Yep, cruiser's gone. Coil guys. Yeah, go for the Titan. Battle station. Last battle station. Layered defense array. Can we kill you? Yes. Alright, now just fire at will. I'm taking some damage. But... oh, you... You shifted. So now I'm hitting your side, it looks like. Okay. Bad idea. Yeah, we got this. Their armor has been punched through. Lasers are just gonna slowly chip them down until they blow up like that. Okay, well, without my as many coil guns, it was more challenging to deal with those big ships. But I did get the victory. Can it end? I killed everything. Okay, there we go. Yes, I took a lot of damage. A lot of new officers. And we're going to destroy their station and replace it with one of our own. Okay, we'll just sit there until the dock is built. And I probably won't even wait for the Marines here. I'll just try to bombard. I think bombarding, well, especially here, bombarding will definitely work here. They don't have any defenses, or many defenses built up yet. But they won't bombard yet because they are bringing a fleet in 6 months. And I don't know how long it's going to take to repair, so I want to make sure my ships are in good condition when they arrive. Well, the other fleet has arrived on Earth, and they made a mistake. So one of these ships, just one, this guy, has only 2 KPS left. So he's stuck. And they are not abandoning that ship, even though they should. I'm going to auto-resolve. And victory. So some more materials. And with that, they have nothing on Earth, and they're down to only 150 ships total, which quite small. Quite small. Can't wait till they arrive at Lagos and I blow them up. They don't have anything there left. I destroyed their mine and their station there. Alright, my fleet to their secondary planetary body in the Kuiper Belt has arrived. All sorts of supply officers have been promoted. And like usual, I'll go in and destroy their station before I build my resupply station here. Okay. Oh, not very many ships at all. I won't even bother showing this fight. This will be very easy. And victory. Easy, easy win. Lots of promotions. No, not doing that. Okay. Operations. Use the Marines that I brought, and keep going. Alright, so back on Earth. The United Arab League, has cohesion of almost 10. So it's very unlikely that anything will break away. We'll see if I get lucky. Or unlucky. Palestine broke off. And that's it. Okay. I'll just declare war next turn and take it. No reason not to. Just bring in some more armies and that will quickly seize it. All right, so my cohesion is, well, it will be fine once I rebuild it. And the African Union, which is all of Africa, as well as the Middle East, or most of the Middle East. Oh, let's move you two. And you. And you. Faster I kill it, the faster I will, or the less time there is to do damage to things like the boost and mission control here. We've arrived in Chernobog, and okay. They only have one station and a lot of fleets. So, I'm going to destroy the station and build my own in preparation for completing the victory conditions. Here we go. So they're going to be forced to engage, and we'll destroy, well, a lot of ships. They have a mothership. I'll show this fight. This is probably the last big fight the aliens are going to be able to pull off. Engage, start battle. Alright, so I want a good chunk of coil guns. Right now I have none. Let's fix that. I'll take it slower because I have a lot of ships to go through. So motherships are big. They're very big. They're also very slow. So they're very easy to hit. So yeah, Malkozans, they're going to go after the mothership. The lasers will hopefully kill the small things. Alright, let's go. Let's speed up so we get there into battle quickly. Actually, two. Okay, flankers down. You've got plasma. Alright, well. I can rip through these battle stations quickly. So let's see if I can do that. Ah. Coil guns are not reaching the mothership. Too much point defense. Okay, in that case... Wait. Let's go after something easier to hit. next battle station. Wait. Battle stations are pretty much glass cannons. They have damage, but they don't have very good armor. So I can kill these with my lasers really easily. Actually, no. You're closer. And they do have some point defense, so... No, you're still trying to hit that cruiser. Come on, there we go. 2 more battle stations left. One. Okay. So the station has been disabled. Ships are doing okay, except for this guy. Oh, I think you've lost your radiators. Oh well. Yep. Put him on AI command. Sure. Let's try to kill the battleship, I guess. My coil guns still can't get through. It's sad. Maybe now that everything's faster, I can reach them. And that I'm closer, there's less time for their point defense to work. Okay, no. Stop. Like, kill these smaller ships so I can punch through the point defense, please. Come on, you can do it. Land some hits on the mothership. There we go. we're so close that we can just shred everything. Okay, AI take over. We're merging together, which is going to mean a lot. Damage, here we go. Yeah, mothership is almost gone. Mothership's almost gone. Oh, I lost a ship. I lost 2 ships. But we got the mothership. And now the rest is going to be cleaning up. That was a very tanky ship. Alright, let's just keep going. And I'll cut back to the end after I win this. Alright, victory! I ended up auto-resolving after I had destroyed most of their ships. Oh, they still have a few, huh? Okay. I gained 300. A lot of that's going to be from the mothership. That's very expensive in exotics. Lost some officers and lots of promotions. Okay. Destroy their base. And found a platform here. It's been a little while of me waiting for ships to arrive and cleaning up alien bases. I've completed all of the research, except for a bunch of social science projects I create claims. And I am building the victory formation type ship here. This is a taxi that takes your counselor to the wormhole to run your victory mission. So I've got the Pion Torch, which is the most powerful driver in the game. It's very expensive. It costs 5 antimatter per propellant tank, but you don't need very much because, well, this ship has 4.8 thousand delta V. It's going to take 4 weeks to go from low Earth orbit to the Kuiper Belt. In fact, I can make it faster. Right? Wait, no, I can't. No. Yeah, those only work for fusion or fission drives. Okay, well, I can make it faster, but it doesn't need to be faster. I will leave the utility module blank. And once I'm able to fully complete my victory mission, I'm going to send my counselor over. As you can see, we have Earth, we have almost all the surface bases. There's the base on Neptune's moon is about to be completed within a few months. They do have one mine that they built in the Kuiper Belt after I started crushing them, and I have a fleet on the way to deal with it. It's going to take a while, though. It won't arrive until September next year, unfortunately. Kuiper Belt distances are very far, but I've effectively broken their fleet, their last fleet at Chernobog. They have a few scattered ships that were managed to escape the final battle there that I will clean up in a few months. And once that's done, I just have to wait until I actually get everything done, which means back on Earth, I have about a year to try and make things nicer. So I'll walk through now kind of the current conditions. Asia, China's looking really good. I do need to merge Southeast Asia in, which I should just do it within the next month or so, and then there's going to be a ton of breakaways, and I'll merge those in. I'll run that next mission cycle, I guess. India, working on getting that government up towards a democracy, working on that economy. It's going to take a while, but it's going well. Africa, again, working on the economy, trying to get our government higher. It's not going to be that high by the time it's over, but it's making good progress. South America, government could use some work, but the economy is doing great. And we will be working on the government over the next year. It won't get much higher than authoritarian, but in the future, after the game ends, it would continue to improve. And the United States of North America, democracy is doing great. That government score is going to get finished off. Economy is doing well. So everything's looking good. And let's just keep running. Sure, resupply. Don't really need those anymore. Yeah, I won't even bother destroying Servant and Humanity First and stuff. It's just a waste of time, really. Yeah, just sit there. Okay, I destroyed the Servant base. Woohoo. A few more days and we'll be able to run our pay a bunch of money to deal with global warming, finish global tech, life science. And okay, earthquake. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to merge in there. Let's see how many breakaways I have. I should have a lot. I'm going to have like a 70% chance per region or something like that. It's 11 minus 4, so 70% is what you get. Let's see. Okay, Borneo broke off. Philippines. Indonesia, Melanesia, New Zealand, Polynesian, Australia. Did I get... Okay, so I got like a couple regions. That's it. Oh man, okay. And, oh boy, my cohesion is horrible. I don't think I need boost anymore. I'll get it back quickly once I retake these guys. I do have claims, right? Yes. Okay. I'll try to do it peacefully, though. I messed up. I did auto-resolve. Oops. And, my ship that... I didn't think it was destroyed in the battle, but apparently it was. Oh, it's right here. Okay, well, it wasn't destroyed in the battle, but every single module was destroyed, including the one that would build the space platform. So I'm going to be delayed a little bit longer. I'm sending over a cruiser that is going to build the platform for them and allow them to repair and then destroy the base there. I need to destroy that base because it's a tier 3. So I'm going to have to wait for a while. And this will arrive on January. And this one will arrive to build a new mine for them. Doesn't matter. They won't be able to get it up to tier 3 in time. Alright. So, little mistake there. I was impatient. Now I'm going to have to play the game for another year in game because I did auto-resolve. Okay, so last time I messed up a little bit at Mbambo, however you pronounce this. Mambo, maybe the B silent. And my fleet got beat up and I couldn't build a platform because my cruiser with the fusion platform, that module got destroyed. And I sent a single ship which would arrive January 2049, and this ship would be able to build it, I'd be able to repair them, and then I'd be able to bombard and destroy their final tier 3 mine. Oh, they got two ships, alright. But then I realized, because I paused recording and was thinking about it, I don't need to wait that long. Because I've researched every single tech in the game, which means, let me pull it up, I can just build a colony ship, a gunship, using an incredibly powerful reactor and drive, protium converter torch and ICF-7. And this guy will get to the Kuiper Belt in like 2 months, 3 months. It's incredibly fast. It costs a tiny amount of exotics, although I don't care because I got 600. And I'm building one. It's done in 22 days, and then I'm going to send it off, and it's going to take like 5 weeks. So early 2048, I'll be able to start building that platform, repairing them. Now the aliens have actually they've built 2 colony ships. Yes, and they're sending them to additional places in the Kuiper Belt, way over here actually. Well, again, I've built, I've researched to the end of the tech tree, so I have extremely powerful drives. So this is exactly the same. It's protium converter torch, but now it's a Corvette with a ultraviolet. I just did arc laser to save on exotics. It's kind of pointless to do that. It's got point defense. And these ships, I'm pretty sure I can win because the armor's so low. And the ship I'm building, I have max armor. Again, this ship will easily intercept and kill. Now, I didn't realize there were 2, so I'm going to build a couple more of these bloodhounds. That name was just random. I didn't actually pick it out myself, but I'll build 3 more. And so I'll just double team those 2 colony ships, kill them, and these are kind of one and done ships. Like they're gonna, well, actually, I'll probably just have them only use half their delta V and then come back home. But because of how powerful my drives are, I can just chase down their 2 colony ships, blow them up, and by the time they build more and are able to send them out, it'll be too late. So that's the plan, and that's going to mean I end the game a lot sooner. Probably possibly before my reinforcements arrive at Chernobog. I don't even need them anymore. Yeah, so that's I realized that I could have just built these these short little ships with really powerful drives and just send them out and deal with the last remnants of the alien fleet presence. Okay, so I'm just going to be playing for a few more, but probably less than a year before I come back in, give a report on the state of Earth. It's pretty good if you ignore certain countries, but even these countries have improved a lot. Their GDP has gone up quite a bit, and GDP per capita is looking good. Government score is going to look better than it is right now. And I'll talk more about all my countries. Also, China will have unified all these guys in by the end because they're already federated and they can unify in, well, starting within a few months, actually. All right, so I'll report back once I'm ready to win the game. All right. My astronaut, fittingly enough, is going into orbit onto our taxi, our chair ship that'll take him to the orbital. It's probably his last mission. He's getting kind of old to be working for us. He should be retired. And after this mission phase, I'll send the ship over, and in September, so just a couple months, the repairs will finish, and my bombardment should wipe it out very quickly. That's what I'm assuming. If not, well, my astronaut will just be spending a few extra months sitting out in the Kuiper Belt waiting for that final base to fall. All right, let's roll our last couple of mission phases. I'm just polar vortex. These are all events that happened because of the.
I will help.
Because
my expertise.
Offering counsel.
Are you done talking, counselors? Because of the environment, I am working. Okay. Anyways, yes, I'm working on fixing the environment. The volcano that erupted a couple months ago helped out a lot. But I'll show this off at the end. Probably just skip all this stuff. Okay, so orbit mission is complete. Our astronaut is now on our ship. This is basically the only time you're ever going to send a counselor to a ship. And in 4 weeks, so September 1st, we're going to arrive. A little bit early, but that's fine. It cost a lot of water and, well, antimatter, but that's fine. And we're just going a straight line directly out to Chernobog. We'll watch them go. It'll probably go pretty fast, given the. Yep, here we go. This is a very fast ship. Oh my gosh. Yes, there we go. He is zooming. Oh, no, that's just, never mind. Doesn't matter. That's a Chernobog. Some extra fleets there just to really pound it in that we have superiority in orbit. Everyone else, you're fine. Wait,
Standing by.
he can't do anything. Okay, no, we're good. He'll just keep hanging out in his comfy ship.
I will help them.
Offering counsel.
Offering support.
Lending my expertise.
Ah, yeah, you can just sit there. That was my initial plan to hunt down those last few colony ships. Didn't matter. Alright, let's keep watching our taxi head over to Chernivog at an incredibly fast speed. He's halfway there, so they've probably flipped and have started reverse burning to slow down. Just based on the KPS. And he's arrived. Just leave it there for now, and we'll have to wait a few days for... Where are they? Until the 18th for these guys to be finished. Can he do anything? Well, he can assault it, but I don't see the point. I've already destroyed it. So I'll just run missions one more time.
Offering counsel.
Lending my expertise.
I will help them.
Offering support.
There we go. Oh, I need to resupply too? Alright, fine. Resupply. Okay. Undock. Just do high level bombardment. And yep, I'm destroying things. Boom, it is destroyed. All right, so next mission phase, just keep waiting. We'll be ready to complete our diplomatic mission to convince the aliens to agree to free trade. Oh, another breakthrough event. This is a very nice event. If you have a skunk works, as well as research production on your... The skunk works is what has the gears for those things. And research output, this event gives you these other options. So option 4, you can build your ships faster, which can be useful, but this one, which improves mining output by 5%, is really powerful. I don't need it anymore because I won, so I just do this one. But it's generally a good idea to always have skunk works and research in the if you have a research, any research output in your hab, add a skunk works, because this event is great, and it can trigger. This event is triggered like a dozen times this campaign or something. It can trigger a lot, and 5% output for mining is really nice. I picked it anyways. Let's finish the mission phase, people. Are we changing too much? Interesting question. So, oh, that affects loyalty. We are the Academy. Science never stops. Also, well, I mean, it has kind of stopped because we have research all the texts, but yeah. Whatever. All right, mission phase is over. If you recall, one of our decisions was to research all the texts. As you can see, there's only the repeatables left. Now, there are a couple texts that give claims that I never unlocked. This is because, let me show one. Like Greater Dominion. I have the prereqs for it, but the country doesn't exist, or a restored Commonwealth. UK doesn't exist anymore. Also, I never did forward Russia. Russia doesn't exist anymore. You can't get these tax unless the country that would unlock it exists. So there's a number of these unification tax that I can't get. But I don't think that really count for the spirit of the home rule. So I say, yeah, Vietnam doesn't exist anymore either. So I say I did it. Down on Earth. One moment while I put some investment into environment here. Oh, I'm full up. There. So I'm not like fully perfect here in terms of its worth as a great place to live, but I've made a lot of progress. So United States, perfect government score now. High education, which is hurting your population growth, but everyone goes to high school. A lot of people go to college. GDP has fallen for US, but I've combined a lot of pretty poor countries to it, and it's well above the 30,000 sort of minimum that you want for research output if you care about that for your country. So it's in good shape, fully sustainable. European Union, which includes Russia, includes Turkey, Central Asia, actually quite a bit better in terms of GDP per capita. That's because I'm getting 20 per capita each time I grow it. US is only getting 15. European Union has more of the core regions once you combine everything together. Also, it has better population. So it's also great in terms of the economy, perfect government score, high education, looking great. Those are the best two. Painted should combine, because of all the unifications, the cohesion was terrible, so I've been pushing Unity really hard to get cohesion back up and to fix the unrest. But the economy is doing pretty good. It's above 30,000. Given a lot of these countries were quite poor, it's pretty impressive, I think. And full democracy score, so full government score. And once the cohesion would be fixed, I would switch to fixing up their economy even more. Now for the three weaker mega nations. These are the mega nations that are harder to get useful in a regular game. India, I've gotten the government score back up. It fell a lot because of coups and events. You can see minus 1.1 from coups, almost minus 1 from events. But I've gotten 2.1 back from investing in government. I've actually grown GDP per capita quite a bit. I think close to doubled from the game start. So like the economy's improved a lot. It's still pretty poor, but big improvement, fully sustainable. And I've been pushing economy a ton the past few years. It's grown like from 8,000 to 12,000 or something like that. African Union is about the same as India in terms of economy. Unfortunately, government score has not that great. It starts off really bad, and I've been improving it. I've been pushing it, and it's gotten up quite a bit, but it's still pretty low. It's hard to improve government score when your education level is really low too. The higher your education level, the more your government will increase per investment point. But again, this one it's on a great trajectory. Economy is growing dramatically. It's going up by about 600 billion a month, and only 33 billion is being lost because of climate change. And government score is improving. We're going to get towards a democracy within a few years. And lastly, South America, probably the worst mega nation. Economy is actually getting close to that 30,000 level. Government, not looking so great, but still doing okay. Especially given it was like 1 or something back after all. I did all the revolutions to fix the inequality. So overall, the individual countries, especially North America, Europe, and even China, East Asia, Australia, Oceania, looking pretty good, and I think I've done a pretty good job with these. Given the really bad state that Africa, South America, and India are in at the beginning of the game, and how long it takes for me to get them, there's not a whole lot I could do. I mean, I could play for another decade, but that would just be awful. I have better things to do with my time, like, and I'm sure you would have better things to do, although I wouldn't show it. I would just be playing ahead and cutting it. And then the last thing I wanted to show was the global warming situation. And I have not really fixed it, but it's improved a lot. So methane isn't doing anything. The CO2, I've been pretty much steadily been reducing it by about 2 parts per million a year. So it's down to 453. I've pulled off 4 just by investing in the environment priority. Another 1.5 was from the natural uptake, 1.2 from all the xenoflora. So while we're still above where we start at, like, our impact on the economy is much lower, partly because there was a volcano that erupted earlier this year that temporarily reduces climate change. And the nitrous oxide, it's been stubbornly up around 0.4. I've been able to push it down by 0.02, and it's going to keep going down lower. At this point, thanks to just the environment priority, I've completely counteracted all of the pollution from just natural economy. That's what the nations one shows. And I have another 0.05 I have to work on from spoils. Spoils produces a lot of nitrous oxide, I think, relatively speaking. So again, global warming not completely fixed. If you take China and you immediately push for environment instead of like useful things, which you would only do that if you're sort of role playing, then I could have done more to sort of prevent global warming from getting as bad as it did. But I've basically reversed it, which again I think is pretty good, given that I was not really playing optimally. Okay, so that is the state of the Earth. Let's head over to Chernobog. And our astronaut wait, no valid, can you just, oh, okay, so I think, let me just double check here. I think he needs to land on the base. Okay, yeah, so I think I need to deorbit him. I've never actually had to do this before. Deorbit. Right? No. Deorbit to a surface space alpha. This is the wormhole. Okay. Everyone else is advising. So we have to wait one more mission turn. Okay, so it is October 2048. Roughly 26 years, quarter of a century since the Hydra first took hostile action against humanity. And our astronaut, Makoma Olataju, and I'm sure I cannot pronounce that correctly, is going to go through the wormhole with our team of envoys, with our friendly Rudy the Hydra we captured, to negotiate a peace treaty. One where the Hydra and humans will be treated as equals, not as the humans being servants of the Hydra. Funnily enough, the Academy basically draws on a lot of the other factions to complete their mission, so we are bringing an antimatter bomb to blow up the wormhole if negotiations fail. That's one reason why we chose him. He's quite old. He's nearing retirement. He's lived a long life. Some of our other counselors are much younger than him. The bomb is what the resistance uses. They just blow it up. We come in and one of our negotiating chips is that we're going to threaten that we have access to a biological weapon that we could use to, well, attack the Hydra with. That's what Humanity First uses when they attacked the wormhole. And we stole it from Humanity First. We are sending envoys through. Initiative also sends envoys through for a certain definition of envoy. And a lot of our early game technology and knowledge was gained from the Servants Protectorate. So we're drawing from all these different factions. And now we're going to forge an alliance, a free trade agreement with the Hydra.
Prepping for mission.
Let's go.
Offering support.
Lending my expertise.
There is little we cannot achieve when we put our minds together. A void, once daunting, reduced to a superhighway. A foe, once invincible, has learned to respect us. We stride forward with minds open and hearts full of courage. Reaching together towards a unified future.
And victory. Apparently, there was someone else on Nakomo's team who actually shook hands because clearly this is not Nakomo. We have succeeded. And
Against all odds, we have done it, Chancellor.
the game is won.
The Hydra are speaking to us as equals. Perhaps someday we will speak together as partners.
The period after the past year felt like ages. And there was a tense standoff with the remaining Hydra. I mean, there's basically 6 Hydra sitting there in the ruins of Alpha Base, waiting for staring at us. We were waiting, studying to see if any burst of radiation would indicate we used our contingency. And eventually, 2 of our own people came through. They had agreed to a ceasefire. Yay! More people sent through, demanded access to the bioweapon, after various negotiations for a more formal peace treaty. That's kind of how stuff tends to work. So lots of back and forth. Humanity First are being jerks like normal, but Humanity First doesn't have any space presence, so it doesn't matter if they refuse to accept the ceasefire or the ceasefire. Oh, they want guarantees against bioweapon research. Sure. You don't want us to research weapon of mass destruction. Not a problem. Well, they want volunteers. We'll just send them all Humanity First people. But again, those are the kind of things we can work out once we've actually agreed to try for peace. It's obviously not a final peace treaty, but we've successfully negotiated the framework for a free trade agreement. So, the game is over. If you've stuck it out, thank you for watching. And I'm gonna, well, by the time this posts, I will have probably started a new Let's Play. We don't need to see that. And, well, that's everything for here. And I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please comment, like, and or subscribe so that others can find this Let's Play too.